Hello everybody. Sorry, I'm just checking my makeup in the screen. Today's makeup look is a little bit of a departure from the norm because I haven't used any kind of high-end premium makeup brands. Everything is available on the high street or at a good reasonable price. I do tend to go for the slightly more premium brands, so there's not so much of a big selection of things that I use that are more budget or high street. So some of the things you might have seen before, but you can guarantee that they're things that I do use on a regular basis and I really love, and I'd rather show you truthfully what I love than just bring in a load of stuff for the sake of making a budget video. So, hope I'm not repeating myself too much. Hope you like the look. I'm going to cut in the makeup as I do it, so I'm going to cut back so you can see how each product looks as it goes on. And so yeah, let's go back to the start. So first of all, I've used a BB cream. Now, I'm going to do a separate video on BB creams because I'm not convinced by them yet, but they are really good if they provide some kind of extra SPF protection or something like that. Now this one from Garnier, the Miracle Skin Perfector, is a really nice kind of, I don't know, it's got a little bit of concealing power, but it just leaves a very smooth base, and I quite like it as a little bit of an all-in-one primer. And then on top of that, because I wanted more coverage, I've used the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation. Now this is a gel foundation, so I find it really nice and light. I've discovered this because I was judging the Zest Beauty Awards, Zest magazine, and the results of those come out I think in the November issue. But this came out almost tops out of the foundations that I tried. I've used shade number 53. And I've buffed that in using a Real Techniques foundation brush. And again, these are really widely available. You can get these in Boots. Really nice kind of firm bristles on this brush, and you can really get into the creases beside your nose, and it's just very good for creating a very perfect finish. And I've finished off my skin with a Rimmel Natural Bronzer. You've seen this in loads of videos. This one's in Sunlight, number 21. And I've used a Japanesque brush number 933. It's a really nice fat powder brush that's great for just banging on bronzer just below the cheekbones and at the sides of the temples, just to create that nice kind of contoured look. I've added a little bit of light blush as well, and this one's from a Stila palette. Now, Stila I wouldn't call a high street brand really, but these little collectible beach palettes are brilliant. I think they're £10 each, or they were when I got this one. That was quite a while ago now. And it shows you how to create a whole look there. And it's just got some eyeshadows and some blushes, but all really kind of complementing colours. So that's a good little buy, that one. I think this is an amazing budget buy. This is an Enraged trio, and it's from Boots 17. It's quite well worn. This is the second one I've got through since I started filming videos from Model Recommends, and I use it all the time. So I've used the light shade across the inner third of the eyelid, and then I've used a mixture of the two slightly darker shades on the outer third, and then I've buffed that all in using a Real Techniques brush. I've used a Japanesque brush to apply the colour first of all, that's a 213, and then the Real Techniques brush, which is a shading brush I think, which is clean. I've used that just to buff in the darker colour into the eye socket and underneath the lash line. Eyeliner is an Avon Supershock Liner. Now this is in a bronze colour. I'm not sure whether you can still get this or not, but it's a really, really nice liner and it's quite good. You can smudge it out while it's still a little bit kind of soft, and then it sets and it doesn't move, so a really good buy. I think they have glimmer sticks as well, which are just as good, and they've got those in loads and loads of shades, and they're really cheap. And then I finished off the eyes with the L'Oreal False Lash Telescopic Mascara. Now I really like this one. I think there's an original version called Telescopic, which I haven't tried, but people don't seem to like quite as much. But this one for me is very, very good, and that's just in black. Magnetic black. Really gets down to the base of the lashes, and I've been using this a lot recently. I've just added a little bit of extra light or lightening concealer. This one's a Match Perfection from Rimmel, and this one is in number 10, Ivory. So it's slightly paler than probably I need, but I just wanted to create that really nice kind of lit up, flawless look. and I really like this one. It's a little bit, to me, like the Clinique Airbrush Concealer, but it's a bit cheaper. It can go a little bit cakey and powdery if you're not careful with it, but I've buffed it in with the Real Techniques foundation brush, and that's worked very well. But it doesn't stand up so much to some of the more expensive ones that I've got, the really premium ones like the By Terry. But it's good, you know, it's a good budget buy, that one. I've added a little bit of highlight just to the tops of the cheekbones and underneath the brow, and I'm going to add a little bit more. This is the Saint Tropez Skin Illuminator, and it's in the rose version because they do a couple of different tints to the illuminator. So this has got a pinky hue to it. It just makes it a little bit more flattering on a tan than a kind of cool toned one. Cool toned one's good for winter. They also do a gold version, which is brilliant, but I can't find it. It's somewhere in the office. I don't know what I've done with it. So just buffing that in. Really, I should have done that before anything else along with the base and really buffed it into the base, but hindsight is a wonderful thing. So there, lips, didn't want any particular lipstick, I just wanted a sheer bit of colour. I'm using a Burt's Bees Tinted Lip Balm. I think this one's in Tiger Lily. Yes, Tiger Lily. And I really like the formula of these. Don't have to worry about how you apply it, and you can reapply it all day long, and it's really moisturising. And that is it. After this, I'm going to be filming my entire beauty budgets video with hair care and body care and skincare. So that's going to be coming up after this. Stay tuned, that'll be at the end of the week. Hope you enjoyed that. I plan on doing more, but as I said, there aren't so many products for me to delve into because I am a bit of a luxury product. I was going to say a rude word then, but I'm not going to. A luxury product person. So yes, more planned, but hope you enjoyed that one for now. It's a nice little easy summer look for you, and I shall see you in the next video.